Hey everybody, welcome to the 1111 Portal Readings, and I'm really excited about this reading, and I hope this blows your mind the way it did me. Because when I was looking into 1111, and I'm like, okay, well, 11 is the Justice card in the Standard Tarot, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, originally it wasn't. Originally, it was the Strength card. That was how it was traditionally, and then it changed over time. People adjusted it, and you'll see here, you've got the Strength card being number 8 and the Justice card being number 8. So there is this beautiful awareness as I was looking into this, and bear with me because November 8th here in the United States is election day. And of course, that has been bringing up a lot of controversy over the last couple years. And bear with me on explaining the cards and the energies of where we're going with this. And then we definitely will get into pulling cards for each individual zodiac sign. But this is an important piece for you here, because the Justice card is the balancing out of small t truths and capital T truths. You'll see they have the scales here, and then they also have this Ace of Swords. Well, the scales are the balancing out of capital T truths, which that Ace of Swords allows us to connect to the higher realms, to those truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And the small t truths, as I call them, are those that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love of the human opinion of all that outside world, right? And so that scale is balancing out those small t truths, and it's being balanced by the capital T truths of the higher realm, which allows them to cut away the small t truths that no longer serve. Well, the Strength card is almost similar in a way, because it is about the lion being our human self that's searching for love in the outside world, and it's become hangry because what it gets out there is not unconditional. It is temporary and doesn't fulfill us for long at all, and so it's roaring in the jungle. And then our higher self here, indicated by the infinity symbol above our head, comes down and brings to our human what it's been searching for all along. It's very convenient that our higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal being that is made of unconditional love. And I really like the way they present it here, this beautiful, angelic, supernatural being coming down and loving on the human side. And so, this allows us to balance our lives by bringing in truths that are related to unconditional love. And the Strength card is about how we find this peace from connecting to our higher self. So the combination of all these with that 11-8, I love this, is all about becoming aware of the fears we have of losing conditional love in the outer world. And we do that by turning inward to find that Ace of Swords in the hand of our higher self. And that removes these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve us. And it also removes the things that divide us, and it allows us to unite under that capital T truth that we are all unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And we have access to love ourselves in that way, right? And then we're able to love others. Because if we can't love ourselves unconditionally, we can't love others that way either. And when we have ourselves under that long list of conditional love laws, conditions that we have in order to be, loved and acceptable, by golly, we're going to keep everyone else under those laws too. I call it being God's little sheriff. I'm going to make sure everyone's doing what they should be doing and thinking the way they should be thinking, right? But when we free ourselves from those conditional love laws by embracing this unconditional love from above, we free everyone else in the world as well. crazy, right? Especially around election time here. It's all about, no, this is the right. No, this is the right. This is the right candidate. No, this is the right way to believe. No, this is all the policies, all the stuff that's triggering everywhere. Beautiful portal opening up to help us with all of this. Now, the portal opens on November 11th fully, but we'll start to be able to feel these energies beforehand. And I love that the more of us that focus on unconditional love, the more it transforms the world. I saw this beautiful meme on Instagram that said something like, for each person that has this higher frequency of love vibration that they're putting out into the world, it counteracts 700,000 of those that have the lower vibrational fear energies that are going on. So if you imagine you sending out unconditional love into the world, and me, that's 1,400,000 individuals that we are helping transform that energy. And the more of us that do it, the more we impact the world. And I just absolutely love that message. So thank you for your patience as I was going through all that. We are going to pull a reading for the 1111 portal for your specific zodiac sign. And we're just going to be asking, where can we free ourselves from conditional love laws? So we're going to jump into your reading right now. All right, Scorpio, this is your 1111 portal reading, and we're going to start off pulling a card from the Power of Surrender deck. Any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. And we brought in the beautiful rose quartz rock here to represent the higher heart, and this beautiful selenite wand, which is going to represent that Ace of Swords we talked about in the introduction. So the balancing out, and we're going to look here first just to see where Creator and Spirit feel you can free yourself from some conditional love laws. And we're going to look at what balances it over here with other cards, of course. So let's jump in here first. So Scorpio, what does Creator and Spirit want you to know? Right. So Scorpio, what area of your life can you have some freedom from some conditional love laws? Let's take a look here. All right, this will be the one. And you have the surrender low self-esteem. Love it. And it says, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So these conditional love laws, oh my gosh, there's so many that are keeping you feeling like you're small, not deserving of love, not deserving of a whole lot. So it's been just judging you and judging you and judging you and keeping you just beat down. So I love that this is coming for you, because this portal is going to be very transformative. So there's this where there's a long list of conditional love laws, yours is has indexes and encyclopedia. There's volumes of them for you here, and you're going to be freed from that, which I love, love, love for you. So we're going to look at the oracle of the 7 energies and see what helps you with releasing these beliefs, these thoughts, these accusations against yourself. So what would you like for our Scorpio here? What will help our Scorpio? Okay, they do want that one there. And you've got let it go. See it within your hands, right? And that's card number 24. I'll put that right here. Let's see what energy comes in here for you. What advice? So this is about forgiveness and healing resentments, shedding the role of the eternal martyr, letting go of victimhood, cutting the ties that bind you to a destructive story, releasing pain so you can move into the lesson it offers, and relinquishing the need to be right. It says there are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, your frustration, your disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning bad behavior or minimizing a hurt done to you. Forgiveness is simply a commitment to stop telling an old story so you don't carry its burden anymore. If you don't forgive, old hurts fester and become distorted, causing you pain over and over again. You become trapped in a prison of your own making, tied to the story that you were a victim. It's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation and preventing you from moving forward. The truth is, you are victimizing yourself every time you recreate the unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it with friends. Rather than allow this folly to repeat, surrender the situation to your higher power. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all forms and forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. Consider the ancient Hawaiian practice known as Ho'oponopono. This simple prayer is a beautiful way to begin the process of forgiveness. It goes, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's based on the idea that we are all responsible for the reality that we see in the world. And if something is awry, whether it's your perception, your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. Forgiveness is the key to a liberated and meaningful life. No matter what method you choose, just do it. I love that because it is a very empowering when you realize that life happens and unfolds for us. And we have all that long list of things that it's popular opinion when we're growing up, right? That when this thing happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. And when this thing happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. But there's this power that comes in letting the wrath go, letting the judgment around those opinions and expectations that weren't met. And, our rules, that long list of encyclopedia stuff that was not met or betrayed and broken. And so there's this transformation that happens when you let go and you donate all that encyclopedia of rules to a bonfire, because you don't want anyone else to be under him either. And it's this freedom that comes. And so you're letting go these thoughts and these beliefs and these supposed tos and need tos and have tos and all of those that were rooted in how you were raised. And as you connect with that Ace of Swords to the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, you realize that all this stuff was creating the bars around your prison, and now you're ready. You're done with that. You've had enough of it. You came down here to experience it, and now you have, and you're ready for a new transformation. You're ready for freedom, like a little puppy. It's been in its kennel all day long, and you're ready to get out and have some fun and enjoy life. So we're going to use this, and we're going to transform the energy. Instead of pointing that direction, we're pointing the direction to the freedom and letting go. So we're doing an energetic switch here for your energy. And then we're also going to pull here from the True Heart Intuitive Tarot here, and we're going to see what else that they have for you. All right, so for our Scorpio, what else would you like them to know about this transformation, please? Okay. They do want to that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. All right. So let's get these scooched in here, and we'll start with this one over here. Yeah. And you have the Two of Cups. Now, I was just thinking too, which, sometimes I'm thinking in my head, and I probably should be saying it out loud. but that you, Scorpio, you rule the 8th house, which is all about intimate relationships and about, that interaction. And this is about, the love that we share with others, I feel is like a big piece of this forgiveness and the intimacy that you've had, whether it doesn't have to be romantic intimacy, because you can get really close to family and friends and everyone else too. But the 2 of Cups is this power of choice card, the emotional choice, that within every moment, it's either a moment of emotions that we're choosing of unconditional love, or we're choosing the fear of losing conditional love. And so we already talked about that there's this balancing that's going on here, that we have felt that the only choice that we could make is the one of fear, right? But now that you're becoming aware that there is another choice, that neither is wrong or right, they're just different, and that you can feel those emotions and not feel trapped by them, because at any moment you can always choose one of unconditional love instead. So there's this freedom that comes, and you can still feel some emotions that are rooted in fear, but when you're done, you can switch to feel those that are rooted in unconditional love. So a big power return here for you. Yeah. 8 of Cups. You are ready to leave behind the emotions that no longer serve you. Here you are walking up this path to the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And so you are ready to leave behind the old ways of thinking, the old ways of feeling, especially because you're ready to feel something completely different. Yep, you have the 8 of Discs. So 2 number 8s coming in here too, with that, of course, the 11-8 we were all talking about. The 8 is about you are ready to move up in the outside world as well. And this is like, let's say that you were a apprentice to a master blacksmith. This is like that. You've been doing the work, you've been learning the skills, you've been investing all the energy in the outside world, and now things are ready to move up to a new level. Whether that has to do with a relationship moving to a different level, a job or education moving to a different level, kind of social status, whatever circumstance, or our bodies moving to a new level, finances moving to a new level, possessions or moving to a new location. You are ready for this upgrade and this movement to a different place. And it's because this is changing. The energy is changing. You don't feel trapped. You don't feel like you have to be stuck, and you feel you're worthy to move up, whereas before, not so much. You felt like you were trapped in that you were getting what you deserved, and now you feel with all this that you deserve more, which is amazing, right? Yeah, Princess of Swords. So Page of Swords. This does mean new communication coming in for some of you. It also means new mindsets, new thoughts, new beliefs. There's that Ace of Swords making itself known here. So you are cutting away also, in addition to emotions, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you as well. So you are ready to let these things go. You're so ready to get out of this place where you feel like a victimhood, like you're tied to a railroad track and you're waiting for your hero to show up, because that villain keeps tying you back down to that railroad track, but the hero never comes, and you're like, fine, and you free yourself and you get up and you realize that you were wearing the white hat. You are your own hero. You're the one that gets to rescue you and change this life for you and make these different choices for you. And then you have the 5 of Discs. Now, this has to do, like with the Pentacles, it's the outside world, but it is this change of where you no longer feel like it's humans that bring you your sustenance anymore, that you're not dependent upon them, bringing your sustenance to you. The 5 is a number of change, and it starts off where you feel like usually it has like someone that's walking barefoot, like a couple people barefoot, and they're wounded and they're wearing ragged clothes and they're walking in the snow. It's this feeling of abandonment, this feeling of neglect, that the humans have let you down. They haven't brought you what you felt you needed to survive in the outside world. Well, the whole transformation happens because you are stopping looking at them as your source, and you're realizing that your source comes from above, that the universe, the creator, source, whatever you believe your higher power is, They're the ones that make sure you have your sustenance in each moment. And yes, sometimes they do ship it through that shipping company of other people, but it's coming from them, from up above. And they are not fickle like the humans are, where if you upset them, they'll cut you off and not bring you what you need. They have eternal, unconditional love for you, like we talked about in the introduction. And so they always want to bring you your sustenance, and sometimes even more. Now, they may not bring you all the sustenance for the rest of your life and give it to you now, but they're going to give you enough for right now and for this moment to enjoy this moment and to be with what is unfolding in this moment. So beautiful transformation, because, with all this, you're not feeling like it's dependent on those, like I said, those unstable, fickle humans that emotions can flip a switch and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? But it's in the security from up above. So I love that. And then we are going to pull a card here from the chakra reading cards and just see what chakra helps you with this movement of this energy, or which chakra is impacted by this movement of energy. All right. So for our Scorpio. All right, I guess it'll be that one. All right, and you have the inner child. Heart chakra, I imagine, with all this green, which makes total sense here too, right? Because your inner child has been having these, that's where the low self-esteem comes from. It originates by these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets and these emotions that you had in your early childhood, usually 7 and under, even in the womb, because that's where our emotional development happens, right? So that is like what helps you with overcoming these thoughts and these beliefs and mindsets, is going back and allowing this to be transformed. Because it says you have called this card and energy into your awareness today because it is time to create a more fulfilling, loving relationship with your inner child. Each person has within them aspects of the child, those parts of us that can be vulnerable, misunderstood, unloved, not heard, and those wounded feelings that we hold on to as children. And when we take these experiences into our adult life, our connection to the inner child is sometimes forgotten. Have you been beating yourself up lately, or been down on yourself and allowed people and situations in your life to affect you negatively? Pulling this card today highlights that you are currently reacting to a situation from the perspective of the inner child. Old wounds may be opened and you may feel trapped and confused. Know that it's time to give your inner child some love and care. Take some time to tune in to this wounded being who lies within you. Ask what he or she requires in order to heal. You may feel drawn to go and see a healer, or to simply take some quiet time to engage in any inner dialogue with this part of you. Whatever is required, know it's a powerful time of healing and breaking free from these old restraints. It's time to set your inner child free and allow this aspect of you to feel safe, loved, and heard. It is time to be fully engaged and present with your inner child to allow deep connection and healing. Love, love, love is the key. It is also very important to allow the inner child out to play. Life can become so serious and we forget to play, create joy, and have fun. So when was the last time you played and felt like a kid? What does your inner child want to do? Go play on a swing? Dance? Paint? Go to the beach? It's time to let your inner child express himself or herself with play and joy. The affirmation for the card: my inner child is free to express love and joy. Perfect. So definitely this helps you with this transformation. There's a great book I just read this year. I've done a lot of shadow work in my life, and this one just really helped take it to a whole new level. It's called The Presence Process, Presence, by Michael Brown. And it does help you get in touch and really understand the emotions that have flooded from our past and keep showing up until we give that inner child the attention that it's looking for. So if it resonates with you, check out the book. And if I remember, I'll try to put a link down in the description box of the video too, so you know which book it is. All right, beautiful, beautiful Scorpios. Just know that as you're going through all of this, that you have this amazing love, right? You have this amazing resource to connect to that higher realm, and you're surrounded by a beautiful, beautiful host of beings of unconditional love and light. But you are the one that can be the perfect parent that you've always been looking for in your life, that no child ever had. No human child has ever had a perfect parent, but we get to, when we reflect and go back, we can be that one that gives our little inner child unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, and unconditional attention. Usually it's that last one that we feel like, yeah, no, definitely didn't get unconditional attention. Life was too busy. Parents doing too much stuff, right? But you get to become that. So I love this for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then clicking that subscribe button gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an option for all. And if you select that one, of course, you're going to be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. But two, you're also going to be notified of when I go live on YouTube providing free readings. I know I go every day live on YouTube to provide free readings, and also like 2 times a day on the weekends on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Also one additional time on Saturdays at Instagram right now. So if you want to stop by and say hello and see if you can get in line there for those free readings, I'd love to see you and stop by. And also, doing the things that I mentioned does help spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, when you comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy. It wants to share the videos of my channel automatically with other people. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I am very, very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box below. All right, Scorpios, as you step through this 1111 portal, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.